Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Good morning, farmers. Look what's down here at the pond. It is 6 o'clock in the morning, and the geese are down here. And so are the ducks. I just had to guess I had to give it a day. There are some eggs in the barn. But really, we're not here for a day on the farm in Farmer's Dynasty today. Today is another test day. But I did want to show you that, yes, my geese and ducks have ventured out of the barn somehow without the door being open. But they're down here. I remember I said, why aren't they down there? They should be down here. They do. I just didn't give enough time after buying them, I guess. I think the pigeons are still up here as well. I mean, the pigeons are pigeons. But I don't know. Is that bird crap? Might be bird. No, just kidding. Oh yeah, and Ronnie the rooster decided to come out as well. Hello, Ronnie. But what we're here for today, we're gonna be in this field all episode. This field right here. So I decided to bring over. So what we do know about Farmer's Dynasty, and kind of true to every game here. If you plow, cultivate, fertilize, and manure, you get more yield out of the field. The problem is in Farmer's Dynasty is, I know some tests probably have been done by other YouTubers or whatever and showed, but I've never done it. So today we're going to find out. So I'm picking the field right across from the farm. One, it's kind of a small field, so it's going to be easier. Two, as you can see, I'm going to save the game when I start here, but it's 0% plowed, 0% cultivated, 0% fertilized, and 0% manure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the game right here, right now. I'm going to choose a slot that doesn't really matter. This slot right here would be good. That's kind of like a new start game if I ever want to do it, but I can always do that later. So we're saving the game in that slot there. So this will be our starting point every time. So what we're going to do is, right now, I'm actually going to hire someone. That's the wrong button for the wrong game. We're going to hire someone, and we're going to put lupine in this field. So why am I hiring a worker to seed a field with nothing in it? Well, we got to get a base on how much yield we get out of this field without being plowed, without being cultivated, and without being fertilized with regular fertilizer or manure. So, yeah, I'm going to let this guy seed this field. Then I'm going to have to skip some time. We will harvest the field as it is. We'll write down what the yield is. And then we'll reload the game from that save I just made. And then we'll plow the field. And then we'll have a worker seed it once again. And then harvest it. And then we can see how much of a greater yield we got out of the field just by plowing it. And then we'll start the process over by reloading the save. And then we'll just cultivate the field. Not plow it, just cultivate it. So the third test will be 0% plowed, 100% cultivated. And seed the field again. And we're going to do it each time with lupine, so it's the same crop. And then we'll just see the percentage of increase in yield that we get. So this video is going to be like a lot of jump cuts because I'm not going to sit here and let you watch this guy do this over and over and over again. Yeah, he's sowing crop. Yeah, I'm going to let him do this. Get along. I'll probably have to sleep for a couple months, a month and a half, whatever. A little dusty here. So I'll let him seed for a little bit. And yeah, then I'm going to take a nap for like a month and a half. Come back and we'll harvest the field and go from there. So I guess I'll see you in a couple of months. You know, whatever. Yeah, I'll see you in a while. Long while. Does this look familiar? Yeah. You can't say I'm clipping a house now or anything like that. Yeah, I want this tractor for the trailer. Oh, man, I got to do this all over again. At least I got some time. He's still seeding over there. Well, the day has finally arrived. It's mid-June. And you can see, just to confirm, 0% plowed, cultivated, fertilized, and manure 0%. And this is why I'm going to hire a worker every time to seed the field, because he'll do it the same way every time. I think he should do it the same way every time. But it's 100%. So there's our combine. I even got our tractor and trailer over there because I'm probably going to get enough to do so. So yeah, step one of a long process here so far. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and just start harvesting away as one would. And really, it's just me harvesting, but we're only here for the test, really. So this will take me just a little bit, hopefully not more than 10 minutes, I hope, because it's been a while already and I got a lot more to go. Yeah, sleeping a week at a time. I think I slept, what was it, like 8 weeks? Yeah, I think it was close to 8 weeks. I finally just gave up and I said, I'll just wait until it's ready for harvest and I'll write down the date so I know next time how long it takes. But anywho, I am going to get to harvesting this. We'll see how much we get, write down the yield amount, reload the game, and then I'll have to come over here and plow it, reseed it, and get back. But first things first, I need to make sure I get every grain off this field so we get an accurate count. So I'll be with you in just a little while and we'll see what total we have. Well, as you can see, we are near the end of setting our baseline for the test. I did realize after a while, I'm like, why did I even bother bringing the trail over? Not being plowed, cultivated, fertilized, either way, we're not going to get that much of a yield. And let's see, this field is 1.3 some odd hectares. So, as you can see, it's 100% harvested. I got every grain going, and we got 3,787. I got, whoop, that's if I got the pen actually out. 3,787. So that is our baseline to go by. Yeah, 3,787. So what I need to do now is actually just hop. Can I let me out? Thank you. Just to be sure, yeah, 100% harvested. No stocks anywhere whatsoever. Completely harvested. Yeah, I didn't need the trailer. What was I thinking? So time to go back to the future or back to the past, however you want to think about it. Get back to where this field was, and yeah, time to start over once again. And the reason why, you can say, well, Peanut, you're at 0% right now. Just start from here. I want to start at the same time of the season, just in case the seasons play a little part. And I want someone to come back and say, well, in the summer, your crops you're going to get more yield in the summer than you do in the spring. So we're going to go back to the same date. That's why I'm doing it. So I'm going to reload the game, and next time you see me, I'll have that tractor, hopefully with a plow attached to it. Probably my butt will be stuck in the air when I find it again, because it seems like every time I reload, that's the problem with that. So I'll see you in just a second. Well, here we are back in the spring. As you can see, I got the nice big modern tractor, and we're going to plow this field to 100%. So I'm going to make circles around here just for a little bit, like, well, you know the routine. I'll bring it back when I get ready to hire a worker to seed the field. This to show that it's been 100% plowed. And, yeah, so, yeah, once again, just another quick cut for you. For me, hopefully just not too long. And, yeah, I'll bring it back when the field is plowed and we hire a worker to seed the field with lupine once again. And we just do the process all over again. Well, as you can see, once again, I'm almost done plowing. And a while ago, I thought, I might as well hire a worker to start seeding. I mean, he can start seeding while I'm plowing. Try to get a jump start on this project here. But, yeah, we are just about 100% plowed. Just as long as I don't plow any place that he is seeded, we're all set to go. So there we go, 100% plowed, no cultivation, no fertilization, no manure. Let's lift up the plow, move the tractor out of here, and give this worker some free will to go ahead and finish seeding this field, which is going to take a while because you can see workers, for some reason, don't like to cover a big area. I don't understand why, I don't ask. But the only reason why we're using a worker is so we can get a constant on the seeding, so we make sure we get 100% field. And that way we can make sure that, like I said, this is 100% seeded when he's done. So, yeah, once again, I'll bring you back probably in June when this field is ready for harvest. And I don't know if I said before, the reason why I picked lupine in this field here is because I can keep sleeping for a week when I think the crops are ready. I can just hop out on the deck and look out here. With lupine, in the last stage of growth. I mean, it's pretty easy to see with the eye. I mean, it's just colorful in the field. And then when it's ready for harvest, it's all brown. But while this guy is slowly seeding the field, I got to grab my harvester once again, bring it over. I probably should have saved the game before I started and had like a tractor over here and the combine over here. But at least it gives me something to do while this guy is taking his sweet time. So I'll see you once again in a couple months. We'll do another harvest. And we'll see how much more grain we get out of the field just by plowing it. Okay, farmers, time for test number 2. I'll show the stats just to make sure. 100% plowed, 100% lupine. No cultivation. Cultivation? It's not cultivated. Fertilized or manured. Yeah, so just a reminder, with 0 plowing, cultivation, you know what? With nothing being done. 3,787. So now this time it's plowed. There's our harvester. Yeah, I'll bring it back in a while once I harvest the field once again. Lower the header. Turn on the header. And away we go. Well, ladies and gentlemen and farmers, I will recommend this. Plow your fields. It's worth it. I'll show you the total here in a second. No, I don't need a trailer yet because I haven't filled the combine. But when you see the total in here, you're going to say, yeah, it definitely is worth plowing your fields. As we get near the end. So first I will show you. There we go. We are all done there. Let's hop on out. Let's turn that off. So we come out here, show you 100% harvested. We look at the combine. We got 6,374. That's going to be, we'll do some math later on after we got one more test to do in this video. But, yeah, I'm going to guess that's somewhere around 85% increase. So 6374. I'll spit it out. 6374. Write that down. So, yeah, that's quite an increase on a, I'm just going to do percentages afterwards because you can't do, well, it's 3,000 more, so it's worth doing it. Obviously, if it was a bigger field, the outcome's going to be, the yield difference is going to be quite different. I mean, if we did it on a 7.5 hectare field, the yield difference is going to be quite different. So we got to do it by percentages. We'll do it at the end of the video, and I'll explain more then. But now for the next test, I got to reload the game. We're just going to cultivate the field and reseed it. So yeah, once again, I'll see you back in the past. We're going to skip back to May. Like I said before, I don't want someone to say, well, you get better yield in the summer than they do in the spring. So we're planting it at the same time. We're harvesting at the same time. So yeah, I will be right back. Well, here we are in our wives 134. And the most aggravating part about this whole test is I keep getting the warning signs that I'm cultivating a field that hasn't been plowed. You will grow less crops here. And then I get the warning label, you are sowing here. You should plow and cultivate first. It's just non-stop of warning signs. Yeah, you are sowing on soil that has not been plowed. Plow and cultivate your fields. You are cultivating on a field. Yeah, over and over again. Over and over again. Did the same thing when I was plowing and I had him sow in the field. Did the same thing when he was sowing the field and wasn't plowed. Anyways, I decided to bring it back, let you know my aggravations of the warning labels, signs, caution, whatever you want to call them. How am I doing here? Well, we are 59% cultivated, and I just hired the worker. I'd make sure I give myself a little bit of leeway. Not that I really expect him to catch up to me, but, I don't want to have to start all over again. So next time I see you, it'll be June once again. I think it's mid-June. We'll have a full field of lupine that's been cultivated, and we'll see how much of a yield we get from just cultivating. And then we'll go over some numbers. Number cruncher. I'll see you in a quick second for you. And once again, here we are. So 0% plowed, 100% cultivated, 100% lupine, ready for harvest. Yep, there's the harvester. There's the field. Let's jump in. Nothing in the harvester. Yeah, you know the routine. I'm going to go do my thing. I'll bring it back in a while. When I get near the end of harvesting this field. And we'll see what the total is and kind of go over some stats and see what we come up with. In the home stretch, we're about to find out how well cultivating a field pays off. We think. Will it pay off? Is it as good as plowing? I kind of know. And you're about to find out yourself here in just a second. Once we finish this last strip. And then we can go over some real hardcore numbers and break it all down. Alright, so finally. Alright, so just to show you, 100% harvested. And we ended up with 5,069. So not as good as plowing the field. But what do all these numbers mean? Okay, so the test we done today, we started off with a base test, 0% field work, lupine 100%. Our yield was 3,787. We then moved on to doing a field of lupine, 100% plowed, and the yield came out to be 6,374. For a yield increase of 68.31%. That is pretty good. So then the final test, as you just saw, field work for lupine, 100% cultivated, we got a yield of 5,069 for a yield increase of 33.85%. When adding those two numbers up, basically if you were to plow and cultivate a field, it pretty comes close to right around 100% increase in yield. But if you want to break it down saying, is it worth cultivating? Is it worth plowing? Maybe these numbers will help you. Of course, this is just one test. Is it true along all the other tests? I don't know. It took me a long time just to do this test here. Over 2 hours. I've been sitting here just doing this test alone. And as we found out way back when I did the hired working harvester test, where one field I lost money and another field the worker actually made me money considering when I harvested it. So, all I can do is to show you this test, show you the numbers, and figure what you want to do for yourself. Hopefully this test was kind of helpful for you. I plan to do a couple more tests here in the future. When, I don't know, because these kind of tests do take quite a long time to do. If you play Farmer's Dynasty, just picture yourself just, doing this field 3 times. And this is only 1.37 hectares or whatever it is. But yeah, so hopefully these numbers will help you out. You can kind of figure out, is it worth it for you to do or not? Sometimes you may think, I don't have time to cultivate. And then you can think to yourself, well, I'm losing 33% or whatever. But that's going to do it for this test and for this episode, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully it was helpful to you. I do appreciate you watching as always. And I'll catch you next time in Farmer's Dynasty. But until then, have a good one.